Hello students, we are going to solve some more sums from this part of the lesson today. Further, just take a look at the concepts that we studied in the last lecture. We are going to use these same concepts today as well. We continue with exercise 3.2 which we started in the last lecture. In the sixth sum over here in the exercise, in triangle ABC, prove that sin A cube sin B minus C plus B cube sin C minus A plus C cube sin A minus B is equal to 0. Now, we use the sine rule which states that A upon sin A is equal to B upon sin B is equal to C upon sin C, which is any constant, say K. Thus, cross multiplying, we get A is equal to K sin A, B is equal to K sin B and C is equal to K sin C. Now, we take the LHS. We observe that these are the three terms in the LHS, that is sin B minus C, sin C minus A and sin A minus B. We use the formula which we learnt last year, that is sin theta minus phi is equal to sin theta cos phi minus cos theta sin phi. So sin B minus C becomes sin B cos C minus cos B sin C. Similarly, sin C minus A and sin A minus B are also modified. In the next step, sin B is written as B by K. Sin C is written as C by K, and similarly sin A is written as A by K. Then we modify these terms in this way by putting the sign values from the sign rule over there, and then we observe that 1 upon K is common for all the terms. So 1 upon K is taken out common outside the bracket, and then in the bracket observe the first term first. A cube into B gives us A cube B, and similarly cos C becomes A square plus B square minus C square upon 2AB by the cosine rule. Then similarly cos B and cos C are also modified and written over here in the bracket. Then we observe that 1 upon 2 is common again for all the terms. Therefore, 1 upon 2 is written outside the bracket. So we get 1 upon 2K in the outside the bracket over here. And then inside the bracket, we observe that in the first term, for example, AB is common for both numerator and denominator. So AB is cancelled out from here, and thus we get these terms. Similarly, for the other terms also, whatever is common in the numerator and denominator is cancelled out, and thus we get all these other terms which are there without the denominators. Then in the next step, multiplication is done, opening the brackets, and simplification is done. That is, A square is multiplied with A square in the first term, we are getting A raised to 4, A square into B square, A square B square, A square into minus C square minus A square C square. And similarly, the other terms are also modified keeping in mind the sign of all these terms. That is, minus into plus gives us minus, minus into minus gives us plus, and so on that way. Then after that, what we do is we cancel out the common terms which are there. We cancel out the common terms like so. That is, A raised to 4 can be cancelled out with minus A raised to 4. In this way, whichever terms are equal and opposite, they are all cancelled together. So we see that all the terms have equal and opposite terms in the bracket that is there, as you can see me cancelling. And thus all these terms go away, and as a result we get the RHS as 0 in this way. We get 0 as the answer, which is equal to the RHS, I mean. So let me cancel out all these terms which are there. And the last one, that is B square C square and minus B square C square. Thus 1 upon 2K into 0 gives us 0, which is equal to the RHS. In triangle ABC, important sum is proved over here. If cot A, cot B and cot C are in AP. Now what is AP? AP is arithmetic progression. You have to prove that a square, b square and c square are also in AP. Now, by the sign rule again, we state the sign rule, we write the statement of the sign rule. From the sign rule, we get sin A as AK, sin B as BK and sin C as CK, since we are going to use these forms in this sum. Then, since they have already given that cot A, cot B and cot C are in AP, you know the rules of an AP, isn't it? When three numbers are in AP, the common difference is there. That is, the difference between them is common. So here we have cot C minus cot B is equal to cot B minus cot A, because cot A, cot B, cot C are in AP. Rearranging the terms, we get cot A plus cot C is equal to 2 cot B. Remember, cot is cos upon sin. So on the LHS, we get cos A upon sin A plus cos C upon sin C. For now, we keep the RHS as it is, same. We don't modify this RHS as of now. Then, on the LHS, we cross multiply. So, we get sin C cos A plus cos C sin A upon sin A into sin C. So, the denominator becomes common. Then, in the numerator on the LHS, we observe that this is the formula for sin A plus C. So, the term is modified and written as sin A plus C upon the denominator remains the same and RHS also remains the same. Then, sin A plus C is sin B. If you remember, in a triangle, A plus B plus C is equal to pi. A plus C is pi minus B, or sin A plus C is sin pi minus B, as you must be remembering. Now, sin pi minus B, that is the second quadrant, it is sin B itself. So, sin A plus C becomes sin B. You don't have to state so much of the reason when you're writing the sum. You can just write in one statement like this. So, sin B upon sin A sin C is equal to 2 cot B. Now, in the next step, we can modify the RHS, keeping the LHS same. We modify the RHS and write it as 2 cos B upon sin B. Bring the sin B to the LHS. So, we get sin square B upon sin A into sin C is equal to 2 cos B. Now, sin B, from what we saw of the sign rule in the beginning of the sum, sin B is nothing but B into K. So, sin square B is written as K square into B square. Similarly, sin A also can be written as K into A and sin C can be written as K into C. Similarly, on the RHS, 2 into cos B by the cosine rule becomes A square plus C square minus B square upon 2AC. K is common in the LHS and RHS. In fact, K square is common. So, K square is cancelled. Thus, the term becomes B square upon AC is equal to A square plus C square minus B square upon AC. Again, 2 is common. As you can see, 2 can be cancelled out. So, we get B square. Again, AC goes away because it is common on the LHS and the RHS in the denominator. So, we get B square is equal to A square plus C square minus B square. Bring B square to one side. So, we get 2B square is equal to A square plus C square. Now, this is the classic expression of an AP, isn't it? So, we say that A square, B square and C square are in AP. Now, the next sum, that is in triangle ABC. If A cos A is equal to B cos B, then prove that the triangle is either a right angle triangle or an isosceles triangle. Now, this is a very important sum. You have to practice this properly in the notebook. By the way, all the sums have to be done in notebook. Whichever proof has been written here, don't take it that it has been written here, so you don't have to do it in the notebook. You have to do all these sums of all the exercises in the notebook as well. Even the assignment sums also, including the assignment sums also. So, in the solution, again we state the sign rule and then they have given that A cos A is equal to B cos B. So, we can write instead of A by sign rule K sin A cos A is equal to K sin B cos B. Now write k as 2 in this case. K is any constant, we can put it as 2 as well. So we say 2 sin A cos A is equal to 2 sin B cos B. Now by our double angle formula from last year, sin 2 theta is equal to 2 sin theta into cos theta. So 2 sin A cos A becomes sin 2A and 2 sin B cos B becomes sin 2B. Bring it towards the LHS. So sin 2A minus sin 2B is equal to 0. Now use the formula here for sin C minus sin D. It becomes 2 cos C plus D by 2 sin C minus D by 2. Last year's compound angle formula. So we get over here 2 cos 2A plus 2B by 2 sin 2A minus 2B by 2 is equal to 0 on the RHS. Now 2 is common in the brackets. So 2 is cancelled. Thus we get 2 cos A plus B into sin A minus B is equal to 0. Again, in triangle ABC, if A plus B plus C is pi, A plus B is equal to pi minus C, or cos A plus B is equal to cos pi minus C. Now cos pi minus C is minus cos C. So cos A plus B becomes minus cos C, that is there. 2 is of course there from the beginning itself, that way. So cos C, that is minus 2 cos C into sin A minus B is equal to 0. Minus 2 goes to the RHS, minus 0 upon minus 2 is 0. Thus we get either cos C as 0 or sin A minus B is equal to 0. Now cos of 90 is 0. So we get C as 90 degree. And similarly, sin of 0 is 0. So A minus B becomes 0. That is, either C is 90 degree, angle C is 90 degree, or angle A is equal to angle B. So we have triangle ABC as either being right angled if this is the case, or it being an isosceles triangle if this is the case. That is the sum actually. Now the 9th question, with the usual notations, prove that 2BC cos A plus AC cos B plus AB cos C is equal to A square plus B square plus C square. Now this can be proved easily. First of all, multiply 2 to all the terms. So 2 is multiplied to BC cos A, and cos A is written as B square plus C square minus A square upon 2BC by the cosine rule. So the first term becomes 2BC into B square plus C square minus A square upon 2BC. Similarly, the second term becomes 2AC into by cos B by the cosine rule becomes A square plus C square minus B square upon 2AC. Similarly, you can observe the third term. Now the numerator and denominator, the common terms are cancelled out. And thus we get B square plus C square minus A square plus A square plus C square minus B square plus A square plus B square minus C square. Again the common terms are cancelled out. We get only A square plus B square plus C square, which is what the RHS is all about. Okay. Now the next question, thus we move on to the next has sum. Been taken from miscellaneous exercise 3. Now miscellaneous exercise 3 has many sums. I have included the important sums from there, which have a more chance of coming in the exam. Of course, you can practice all the sums and ask me your doubts later on. But these sums are more important. Make it a point to write them down in your notebook and practice them as well. So, in miscellaneous exercise 3, the 6th sum of question number 2 that is there. The question is with usual notations, that is in triangle ABC etc. Prove that sin A minus B upon sin A plus B is equal to A square minus B square upon C square. Now we take the RHS. A square minus B square upon C square becomes K square sin square A minus K square sin square B upon K square sin square C by the sine rule that is there. So K square is common. K square is cancelled out from the numerator and the denominator. Thus we get sin square A minus sin square B upon sin square C. Now, in the numerator, observe that sine square A minus sine square B is given. This we use the formula A square minus B square is equal to A plus B into A minus B. Thus, we get sine A plus sine B into sine A minus sine B. Now, observe the denominator. In the denominator, we use this rule. That is, in any triangle ABC, A plus B plus C is pi. So, A plus B is pi minus C, or sine A plus B is sine pi minus C or sine C. Remember this. So, sine square C becomes sine square A plus B. Then, in the numerator, for the first bracket, we use the formula sine C plus sine D, compound angle formula. And in the second bracket as well, we use the formula sine C minus sine D. Thus, we get 2 sine A plus B by 2 into cos A minus B by 2 into the second bracket 2 cos A plus B by 2 into sine A minus B by 2. Denominator remains the same as of now. So, now observe what has been done. We have changed the groupings in the next part of the sum that is there. That is, see, 2 sine A plus B by 2 has been written along with cos A plus B by 2. As you can see, I have rearranged the terms over here. Similarly, 2 sine A minus B by 2 over here is written along with cos A minus B by 2. Denominator remains the same. Now, this is the formula this is the half angle formula actually. Half angle formula, 2 sine theta by 2 into cos theta by 2 gives us sine theta. This is the half angle formula. We studied it last year. That means 2 sine A plus B by 2 into cos A plus B by 2 gives us sine A plus B. Think about it for a moment. Similarly, 2 sine A minus B by 2 into cos A minus B by 2 gives us sine A minus B. Then what happens? Then we cancel out the sine A plus B from the numerator and the denominator, so that we get sine A minus B upon sine A plus B in the LHS, which is equal to the LHS question. In triangle ABC, prove that A minus B the whole square into cos square C by 2 plus A plus B the whole square into sine square C by 2 is equal to C square. Now, we take the LHS. In the LHS, A minus B the whole square, we use the formula and get A square plus B square minus 2AB. Similarly, A plus B square the whole square, the formula is used and we get A square plus B square plus 2AB. In the next step, A square plus B square is taken common and it is multiplied with cos square C by 2 for the first term. Similarly, minus 2AB is also multiplied with cos square C by 2. Thus, we get this particular expression that is there. And plus, in the second term, A square plus B square into sine square C by 2 plus 2AB into sine square C by 2. Then, we get, now observe what has been done over here. A square plus B square is taken common. In the bracket, we get cos square C by 2 plus sine square C by 2. Similarly, we group together the terms containing minus 2AB. So, when we take minus 2AB common, we get cos square C by 2 minus sine square C by 2 in the bracket. Remember that cos square C by 2 plus sine square C by 2 is 1. Isn't it? And therefore, we get A square plus B square into 1, which is A square plus B square. Similarly, in the next term, cos square C by 2 minus sine square C by 2. By half angle formula, we get cos C. So, A square plus B square minus 2AB cos C is obtained. Now, this is one form of cosine rule, which states that this expression is equal to C square. And thus, we get the answer as C square, which is equal to RHS. In the next sum, that is the 8th question of the miscellaneous exercise. In triangle ABC, if cos A is equal to sin B minus cos C, then show that it is a right angled triangle. Now in the solution, they have given cos A is equal to sin B minus cos C. So cos A plus cos C is equal to sin B we get. Use the formula cos C plus cos D here. So we get 2 cos A plus C by 2 and cos A minus C by 2 is equal to RHS, that is sin B. Now, what has been done over here? Now 2 cos A plus C by 2 in a triangle, if you remember, A plus B plus C is pi or A plus B plus C by 2 is pi by 2. So A plus C by 2 is pi by 2 minus B by 2. Taking cos on both the sides. Cos pi by 2 minus B by 2 becomes sin B by 2. Thus we get this entire expression, that is cos A plus C by 2 as sin B by 2. And similarly, on the RHS, using half angle formula, sin B becomes 2 sin B by 2 into cos B by 2. Then, now 2 sin B by 2 is common on both the sides. It is cancelled out and thus we get cos A minus C by 2 is equal to cos B by 2. Remove the cos from both the sides. So we get A minus C by 2 is equal to B by 2. Removing the 2 from both the sides, we get A minus C is equal to B, and thus A is equal to B from plus A plus B plus C is equal to 180. We can write B plus C as A, so we get 2A as 180 or A as 90. So we prove that triangle ABC is a right angled triangle. Now the 11th, 15th and 18th sum can be done as assignment in your notebooks. I have given certain clues as to how to do these sums over here. Keep practicing these sums. The more you practice, the more thorough you become. Let us see what is the next concept in the next exercise, next lecture that is there. So till then, keep safe and healthy.